Hey, what's up guys? This is Tack with Northwest Knives and this is Tack's Take. Hello everybody, welcome to another edition of Tack's Take. That is where I take one knife from the showroom, tell you why I love it and why you will too. But hey guys, before we get started, be sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification to stay up with everything knives, more importantly, everything Northwest Knives. So guys, like I said, I could only talk about one knife a week that I love in the showroom. And this week, I'm going to be talking about the Heretic OTF, the Manticore E. This thing is awesome. The reason I chose this knife is for some reason the last couple weeks I have been selling more out the fronts than normal, and a lot of these Heretic ones too. And I've been getting a lot of good feedback when people are coming in and tell me what they like about their Heretic knife that they just purchased. So I got really excited. I have one in my hand, I've been using one, and I agree with everyone that has all the positive feedback on why they love this knife. So there's a lot to break down, guys, so let's get started, shall we? Like I said, this is the Heretic knife, the Manticore E. This thing is tough, durable, and ready to work. Let's start off with the steel. The steel they're using on this one is Elmax. If you guys are not familiar with Elmax, Elmax is going to be one of the highest edge retention blades you can have in your pocket. So for someone like myself that does not sharpen often, I like to strop, but I do not have enough confidence in my sharpening skills to put this under a stone. Elmax is going to be a little bit tricky. So if you're like me, a beginner when it comes to sharpening, I would not mess with this. I would take this to a professional to have it sharpened. The nice thing with Elmax though, and being such high edge retention, is I like to strop it from time to time, keeping that edge on there. And if you strop your blade, you don't have to do it every day, but from time to time, you will be surprised on that edge retention, how long the edge will last. Cool feature with this blade too is they provide jimping on an OTF. It's pretty rare to see that in a lot of OTFs. I like to, I guess, choke up on the knife and have my thumb resting on the blade often, so that jimping provides any kind of it won't let me slip from side to slide, up and down. It is locked and loaded, ready to work. So I really like the fact that they have that feature. My hands have been sweaty on other knives or wet that do not have jimping on a blade, and yes, I have slid my thumb off to the side from time to time, and nothing really bad has happened, but it can. So I really started, when I start looking for blades, on certain knives, I really focus on jimping personally. Now this is a Tanto style blade. They have other blade variations, but this Tanto one is very cool. I'm a fan of Tanto, not so much for the tactical purpose of a Tanto, the original reason Tanto was invented, but I also like it because this the kind of blade that you can grab like this and really you can pull a splinter out. I mean, this is very comfortable to grab like this, where other blade profiles don't allow that comfort in grabbing like this. So again, you can do some really fine work with a Tanto. So if you just think of Tanto as the business end of a samurai sword, you are right, but there is more to it than that as far as functional everyday purposes. Okay, on the handle, guys, this is an aluminum handle, very well built. It does have some machining texturing in here. So again, I like texture in all of my aluminum handles because it is going to be basically a slip resistant. It's going to provide a little bit more traction, a little bit more texture to the knife, so it does not slip depending on what kind of elements you're working in. The slide right here, I really like. It is a pyramid slide. Also has a very cool kind of like milled out diamond pattern in there. So again, even more grip for the thumb. So when you're deploying this knife, this is 100%. This is not going to slip side to side. It is going to be deployed every time I want it to be deployed. Now, when we talk about deploying the knife, is also has a ball bearing ceramic ball, so it's going to come out even smoother than other OTFs on the market that do not have that. I know if you don't have two in your hand side by side to compare, you can always come in the shop and check them out here. If you do not have that luxury, let me tell you, there is a big difference having that ceramic ball as far as deployment of the knife. You're not really fighting the spring. It's just going to be one smooth, solid action. So guys, right here, this is a very cool feature. They do have the glass breaker. It's very hidden. It doesn't protrude too much. There is a spot for a lanyard. So you have a nice sized lanyard hole, and you have a pretty nice deep carry clip here, and a little bit different clip than you may see in other knives on the market. So super cool features. A lot going on with this knife. I couldn't be happier with it. For some of you guys, when we talk about aesthetics, if you notice, there is no hardware on the show side. It is just smooth as can be. The hardware is actually found on the back side of the knife, or the opposite side of the show side. So for me, honestly, it doesn't really matter. I don't mind seeing hardware, but I know pocket knives are a lot of fun, not only for function purposes, but also for aesthetics. So if you guys like these really clean, no hardware looks that we're seeing on knives these days, this is super cool and a must-have. So guys, let's talk about size, shall we? So when we talk about size, let's start with the blade length. So this blade length is going to be 3.19 inches. The handle is going to be 4.75 inches, giving you an overall length of 7.93 inches. This is definitely what I would consider a medium-sized knife. It is not too big, not too small, fits very well in the hands universally, whether you're smaller hands or you have larger hands. It's kind of the nice, meets everything in the middle. They do have the Manticore-X, which is going to be a little bit larger. So for you guys that like a larger OTF, definitely check out the Manticore-X. That is also on our website. But all in all, this company, I could not be happier. They make a solid knife, very durable, and all the feedback I've heard is a positive feedback. So guys, jump online at northwestknives.com. You will see all of our Heretics and all of our Manticore line. All the specifications are on there. We like to talk a little bit about the knife, also specifications, the length, the weight, all that. Give you as much information as you can so you can make an educated decision when it comes to purchasing that knife. If you have the luxury of living in beautiful Idaho, we're located in Meridian, so you can stop in the shop and you can actually put them in your hand. We have other out the fronts that you can do that side-by-side comparison like I was talking about. Pocket knives are personal. When I say that, it means I might like blue, you might like red, I like this handle, you like that handle. Every knife is different and they are personal. So always don't get too caught up on what everyone thinks are super great about the knives, or what they think is great about the knife, or what they don't think is great. The decision is ultimately up to you. If the knife works for you, that is all that matters, guys. So feel free to drop a comment, ask questions. We want to help in your educated decision when it comes to purchasing a knife. These knives are not cheap because they're not cheap. These are the kind of knives that you buy once and you won't need another one again. But the fun part about the knife community is that we do want more knives, because there's so many different variations of knives and so many different things you can do with the knife, guys. So again, it's been a lot of fun making these videos, getting the community together. So ask any questions you want in the comments. Let us know if you have a Heretic Manticore, what you think about it. So let's just have a lot of fun with it, guys. Also follow us on Instagram. We have a lot of cool photos, and we have a lot of information that we're putting on Instagram to let you guys know what's going on weekly in the shop. So guys, with all that said, don't forget, like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. That way you guys are going to be able to know what we're doing on a daily, weekly basis. And next week, there will be a new tax take with some more fun knives, because 2022 has been a fun year and they just keep on coming in. So stay tuned for another tax take. Take care.